Bill Belichick, Super Bowl head coach 6 times, twice as a coordinator. AP NFL Coach of the Year 3 times, second most NFL history in wins. I mean, the accolades go on and on and on. Darnell, help me understand, man. You've been around this. Listen, what's happening? What's going on?
You used the word towards me about a minute ago. You said the haterade, or the hate is still there. That's exactly what's going on amongst the media members and the voters here against Bill Belichick. Anybody with an ounce of sense understands and knows how great Bill Belichick is. We refer to him as the GOAT. Like we call him the greatest coach of all time. If he's not first ballot, there's not a first ballot coach then, if that's the case. And to me, they're setting a bad standard, because now when it's time for Andy Reid to be Hall of Fame, when it's time for Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, when their time is up, none of them can be first ballot, because their resumes are not at the level of Bill Belichick. And I keep hearing about this, he did Spygate, that's why we couldn't put him in there. He did Deflategate. Let me start with Deflategate. I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan. That game was against us. They put belt to ass against us. I don't care if the ball had was blown up, if it was flat, if it was a basketball or a tennis ball. They beat our ass that day. Mm-hmm. And that game did not determine or take away from anything else. Like that one game did not dictate the season. At the end of the day, you still got to go out there 11-on-11, and you got to play football. I don't care if you deflate the ball, if you went and stole film. And let's dive into that Spygate. Listen, I played football. Every team, every NFL team, college team tries to find ways to get film from the other half. Everybody has different methods of how they do it, but this is something that's been going on for a very long time. And I don't care if I have every single play call that the opposition has. When you're going on the football field, things are happening like this. There is no way in hell, as a defensive player, I'm going on the field. I gotta know my call. I gotta see what side is the strength. I gotta line up to the strength. I gotta look and see how they're set up. I gotta see what formation they're in. Okay, in this formation, I know there's like 4 different plays that could possibly run. I got to think through the lineup, the splits between the receiver and the line. There's so much stuff that's going on for me to determine exactly what they're calling. And then, okay, you can say, well, they know the play signal. They probably got 3 damn signal calls on the sideline. I don't know who's hot, who's not. So all this is happening in a matter of like 15 seconds. I don't care if I know all your calls. It's still not. You still got to go out there and beat me. So with all that being said, Deflategate, Spygate, Meatgate, U-Gate, T-Gate, I don't care what gate it is. He's a Hall of Famer. He's the first ballot. And it's a damn shame that he's not in it.
How do you feel that? I think it's. I mean, if the stories are true, and he said, I'm 95% sure I voted for the guy. How do you feel about your boy maybe being the guy leading this charge? Bill Polian. I love Bill.
He needs to be out. He needs to be out. First of all, he's old as hell. Respectfully. I'm just saying, my eyes work, your eyes work. I respect old folks. I respect women. I respect kids. But facts are facts. Look at him. He's old as hell, number one. Number two, the fact of the matter, this man said, I think I voted for him. I'm 95. You don't know who you voted for? Get him out of here. What are we doing?
Oh, man. I don't. That's got to be the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. The fact that it's to this level with the Hall of Fame is something we all feel like growing up, like that was pure. That was legacy, pure football legacy. Yeah, like that had to be trusted. And now the TO thing a couple years ago, Eli Manning still not in, by the way. And Bill Belichick, it's wild what's happening there. And do you think it's a stain at all on Bill Belichick? Like going forward, will this be something that's remembered about his legacy?
You know what's crazy? JB and I talked about this earlier today. Amongst the living people now who's old enough to know who he is, it's not going to be a stain at all. But in about 50 years, when you and I are either old men or we're long and gone, the kids of that generation, when they're looking back at the history and they're debating who's the better coach, who's the better this, they're going to use this as ammo and say, well, Bill Belichick, he wasn't even first ballot Hall of Fame. They're going to use that, not understanding, not having the chance to live this out and understand how much of a winner, how great of a leader he is, and how great of a defensive mind he is. People forget, listen, as much as Tom Brady is amazing, and we know he's the GOAT, his first few Super Bowls, he wasn't just lights out those first few years.
No.
It was the defense stepping up. It was the team effort, and that's Bill Belichick right there. So I think people over time, people lose sight of what really happened. So, yeah, us right here is no stain, but I am fearful in the future people will forget.
That's a damn shame if that happens.